How to Train Your Dragon is an amazing series that has a solid place in my childhood and in many others, and on my server MSMP we played a mod pack called Isle of Berk, which uses a mod of the same name that adapts some of the dragons into the game. We spent a month on this, I built some crazy stuff, here's how it went. Yo, we got a nut button redeem? Hang on chat, hang on. This is Remain's first ever nut button, okay? This is a stellar moment. We need to cut the music, cut the cameras, okay?
Nut.
There you go. I picked out a specific area to be spawn. I wanted as much biome variety as possible to give us the maximum chance to see different dragons. Oh, that guy's still vibing here, holy sh*. Look at him go. I checked out what some of the other players had been up to, then focused on getting my own progression started, exploring a bit around spawn, getting tools, iron, etc. I was about to leave spawn when I quite literally got sniped. My character may be pink, but I have not yet lived in a cherry blossom grove yet. So, chat, I know where we're gonna-
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Holy good luck getting your loot. I did just get jumped. What the actual hell? I continued exploring, trying to find a nice place to live. We had such a variety of biomes around spawn, it would be a hard decision, but in the end I found this beautiful forest and decided to settle here. The next bit of recording I have shows that I threw down a prefab because frankly I suck at building. I noticed I was being stalked by Ezka, but you know what? That's actually pretty normal for Ezka. She also showed me her dragon, which was a really pretty deadly Nether. Then I went to grab some more iron and resources.
Wait, there's actually a Night Fury. Wait. There's actually a Night Fury on my minimap.
When I came back, I saw a Night Fury for the first time, which was definitely interesting. The models in this pack are amazing, which actually makes me want to pause here for a second to tell you about New Berkstone. The mod you see me playing with here, Isle of Berk, is actually a discontinued mod, but New Berkstone has permission to use these models and assets as the team behind it are working on a revival. I'll be linking the Discord server around the new project below if you're interested. Back to the playthrough.
There was one that was wandering around spawn that was bright purple. There she is!
I didn't realize I was going to need a lot of chicken, so I had to take a short detour and kill a bunch more of them, and I kept accidentally pulling out a weapon, which aggroes the dragon, so I set all of that aside as I tried befriending her again.
Be my friend! My friend! This is so cool, this is so cool, this is so cool!
Anyway, chat, I need to take you up to my base to see the dragon. When I got back on stream, I was so excited to show off my dragon to chat since I hadn't been streaming when we tamed her. Are we ready, chat? Are we ready? Look! Look! Ah! My dog's wagging his tail. You're excited too, I know! I just know it. This one's mine, her name is Twilight. I love Twilight. Look at her. Oh my god. Look at the animations from this mod. They're just insane. They're gorgeous. I love them. Then it was time to head back into the caverns below my base in search of resources. And we have a giant like network of stuff under our base, which is literally awesome. No friend, I guess. What the fuck? 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 What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Where did it go? What the fuck is it? Okay, chat. I'm making Ice come help me. Ice! Dude, are you able to get on my stream right now? I think it's gone. Wait, it might be gone. Wait, it might be gone. Ice, there was a horrible monster down here. It was so scared. It was like a giant centipede. I don't know where it went, but you can clearly see where I built out of panic. I don't know what it was. I don't know where it went. That was the scariest experience of my life. I don't know where it went. And that's even scarier. I knew my main goal was going to be to get the progression out of the way and then build a giant dragon sanctuary and maybe even a race course. So I was really focused on getting this done. I ended off the stream by building another portal at my base, and I went to the Nether first thing on my next recording. Ice and I wandered into a bastion remnant, opting to raid it, even though Ice didn't really have armor, so perhaps that may not have been the best decision. That was weak.
Ooh, ancient debris.
Oh, you got ancient debris. I got leather, a diamond knife, a diamond shovel, and a golden axe.
I have a diamond knife.
We did wind up making it out of the bastion safely, though I didn't get the best loot for sure. I did not bring more food. Wait, I have ham.
I have bread.
How did I get ham? He went around! Oh, he's burning. El Bozo? El Pig? Ice and I kept exploring until we found another fortress, which thankfully didn't take terribly long. You know, we probably should have brought a waystone in hindsight.
Oh, that's so smart.
Why are we dumb? We killed some blazes, and once I felt I had enough of them, I made my way back to my base, where I quickly gathered some animals and bred them, so when I wanted more dragons, it would be easier. On my next stream, I went dragon hunting. I wanted to form an army of the most ferocious dragons, the craziest ones this mod pack has, the best ones from the How to Train Your Dragon series, the Terrible Terror. Look at the little guy. Oh, you're adorable. This would be my first Terrible Terror tame of many. Oh my god, wait. That's it? Okay, well now we have a Terrible Terror. School stream when? I am not IRL streaming at my college. Where's my other one? Why is he moving like that? What happened to my other little guy? Oh! Oh my god. Wait, what? Does he give me slow? Stop, this is awesome. Ooh, that's a scary looking skrill. We don't want to aggro that guy. I wound up taming, I think, 5 of them, and then I was even able to tame a red deadly gnather, which I named Mars in order to keep up with the somewhat celestial theme since we named the purple one Twilight. Speaking of, I took Twilight with me to go exploring, mainly looking for more dragon types, but also to scout out a good area to begin construction on the dragon sanctuary. The name Gronkle reminds me of broccoli for no absolute reason. That's totally valid. Oh, it's 2 pink Gronkles! Oh my god, with the blue eyes, it's so freaky looking. Isn't it kind of giving like you know that guy from Monsters Inc? Like the purple guy that when they strap him to the chair or something, he turns like all pale pink and all weird? I wanna hit the guy. Be my friend. Gronkles kind of remind me of Mudwings from Wings of Fire. Honestly, that's kind of what they're giving. We successfully tamed her and named her Cupcake, and I quickly brought her home. I was really hurting for that sanctuary because I was already starting to feel the FPS drops. These dragon models are so well done, and the animations are beautiful, but they are not performant. We've got so many dragons now. BTW, I thought the Train Your Dragon mod ended support. It did. So this is the Isle of Berk one that did end support. I don't know why. And then also, in support of the new project. That's like Berk's New Dawn, but that one's not out yet. So once that one's out, we are 100% going to put that one back in rotation because I'm so excited to try that. My next stream, I wanted to work on getting villager progression sorted. Chat, are we arguing about who is first? You guys are goofy goobers. I started with a fletching villager and then got to work on the rest of the setup. We all know my treatment of villagers is nothing short of luxurious, so I can't wait for you to see the setup I got going on this mod pack. I finally bred my dragons for the first time too, which gave me a silly little egg, but I had to focus on getting the spot dug out for my villagers first. Especially if you pick them up, can you pick up villagers? I can pick up villagers in this pack, so you know we're using it to exploit them. Eska!
Where are you?
I am preparing my villager basement.
Why is the bee gay?
Because bees are gay, Eska.
Where are you?
I told you I'm digging my villager basement.
Well, I don't know how to get in there.
Go into my garden. There should be a little hole in the ground.
I don't see any. Oh, is it this one?
Yep. Hello. Welcome to the villager basement in progress. Imagine trying to do work and someone just picks you up and throws you into the dungeon. I mean, what kind of dungeon is the real question here? I did take a short break to tame my new baby dragon. Make an egg. It's so tiny!
Oh my god, it's so tiny!
I placed down the eggs to hatch after breeding some of the dragons, and Eska even donated an egg to me. This would hatch into a mystery dragon that we didn't have yet, which is super cool. And then I went back to digging. Soon enough, I had my basement mostly dug out, and I spent a minute discussing how to set up the workstations with chat. Okay, but listen, let's think about it. Installing the campfires means that I can technically just open the trapdoor and kill them. Easy disposal, exactly. And it's a slower death than lava, so they would know they displeased me. And of course, I didn't forget about the dragon hatchlings. Hello! I set up the villager breeder while in the basement and then abducted a bunch of villagers from a village I found at some point while exploring. Shoving them all in a boat like this is a bit goofy, I can't lie, but it works. It is a fun idea. I'm gonna jolt that down. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna take one of these guys out actually and make them like a mending villager. Hello. Gimme. I don't know if I can because wait. Is it fish?
For it.
Well, it says I don't own this baby. Wait.
Yeah, it's just when it's untamed. It's.
Thank you. I should probably keep this guy outside, actually. He's gonna get really big. Look at him! What do we want to call him? He's a skrill. A skrill is a lightning dragon. What if we call him Neon? Speaking of Valorant, what if we call him Neon? He's got the color scheme and he's a lightning dragon. We're gonna call this dragon Neon. And it was back to business. I got a mending trade and finished up the basement for the time being, opting to focus on a spot for the skeleton spawner I found. So we can also put this here, which funnels them all over here anyway. That way all the drops land in the hoppers. After finishing that up, I gave a tour of my wonderful villager trading basement. Come on, this way. Welcome to the dungeon!
Why are you smoking it? Who's smoking?
It's
What are they smoking?
It's to make their quality of life worse.
Oh. You know what? I'm fine with that.
Sorry, that's my vape. Everything done down here is to just make the state of living worse. I'm like a landlord from California. Sadly, I had to get rid of the campfires because I was having major issues with frame drops, and I thought it might be contributing. I don't think it really was because the dragon models were the main issue, but you know. Next time I was on, I briefly went to pay another player, Ezka, a visit and, well, got hit with another absolute bomb to my frame rate, and then I threw down a prefab. I wanted a cute little space to keep the baby dragons so they'd be able to grow up safely, and I worked on hatching dragons in the little shack first. I even got myself a nightlight and placed it in the baby containment area. Next stream, I focused on finding a spot for my dragon racecourse. I think this would make a good spot because it's very pretty, and there's like this stone area with the village that we could start in. But I'm debating on this or that like mountain type thing I was telling you about, because the mountains could be really fun for like having tunnels throughout the mountains, like how Bedrock Edition Electroflight minigames have. I'm trying to look around right now and see if we've got anything on that caliber here. And so it was decided we would keep the racecourse around this village and area in general. So I moved a bunch of dyed sheep over to begin making the rings. We will make a cupcake grave. You know what? Let's make the dragon like racecourse in honor of Cupcake. I was at Ezka's base with Cupcake because we were going to breed my gronkle Cupcake with one of Ezka's gronkles so that we could get an egg. And you know, have more gronkles, and the server lagged the f out and crashed, and when I logged back in I was no longer at Ezka's base, I was back at my base, which means it probably set back about 5 minutes like it typically does when it crashes, and Cupcake was just nowhere to be found. I went to every waystone, used my whistle to look for Cupcake. I went everywhere. I just genuinely don't know what happened. I don't know if Cupcake drowned. I don't know if Cupcake, the entity file, got corrupted and she no longer exists. I don't know. I was really upset last night, but there's not a whole lot we can do. I looked everywhere, at every waystone, at every base. I found a gronkle that looked a lot like Cupcake, but it wasn't tamed, so not Cupcake. I got out my main dragon, my nightlight I called Hermes, and started planning out the path of my racecourse. Nightlight dragons are so cool. Okay, so we can have the starting point be here, and then we can have like the dragons take off to maybe
Why is there so many baby zombies down
straight through these trees, and then have it go like straight down into, no, maybe not straight down. Figuring out how big the rings needed to be was also a bit of a challenge. Yeah, I'm really excited. The only issue is I don't have a lot of wool, so what I might do is put a pause on this and like come back when I've got more wool, but I don't know yet. But this is ring 1, this is the starting area, and this is ring 1. Fly through this, and then you fly all the way up through this one, and then you gotta dive down, and there will be a ring right here. Is there a knife here? Wow. Next time I started recording, I began working on my dragon reserve. I picked out this large area right near the racecourse and spent a minute figuring out what I wanted my wall design to be. Dragons can fly, but tamed dragons aren't going to on their own, so this should keep them all contained and in a large enough area to preserve my frame rate. Got my helmet on my head. Figure out what that zombie said. Man, I am doomed. Any iron bars. My pick just broke into some shards. Scary noise, what should I do? Go left or right, I have to choose. Visions of last time. Inside my mind, I'm scared. Oh well. And I'm pretty sure there's a big creeper. Welcome, Firewolf. So I just hatched a bunch of the mini terrible terrors, and I figured I'd tame them on stream for you guys. We have to go to Miracle's thing, chat. We've got Alpha today as our very special guest. Say hi, Alpha.
Guys. Hello, everybody. I haven't even got the chat open, so I don't know what's going on. But I'm gonna be playing some Minecraft with Cosmo.
It's time for a Minecraft Let's Play. Let's go, guys.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. There's some lava, and of course I get phoned. Remember last time I tried to mine at night? I failed. Hello. Oh, hi, Miracle. You didn't see me do that. That's awkward. Alpha is just threw rotten flesh into Miracle's garden, and then Miracle goes hello in my chat. Then I finally got to do this puzzle someone left outside of my base. Hello. It may take you a bit to finish though. Okay, I'm opening it. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello, Cosmonautic. I hope you brought a little time with you because I'm going to send you on a schnitzel yacht. Have you been doing your German lessons? I have. I'm not that far along though. Somewhere in your base, you're going to find a clue with some coordinates. Follow them and earn a prize at the end. Good luck, Miracle Gamers. Should you not be able to find the clue, check the next page for a tip. Okay, so it's around my base. Okay. I found the next piece of the scavenger hunt in the villager basement, but then my Wi-Fi decided to stop working, so I had to stop streaming. When I got back on the server, I plugged the coordinates into my mini-map and found my next set of chords. Honestly, this is so much effort. I don't know. You're better than me. I wouldn't have done it like this. Another barrel with more coordinates! Yep.
I wanna watch you get to the end of this trail, but after you've found the prize or whatever. Oh wow, more coordinates.
Yeah, wow.
But after you found the end, I'm gonna have to hop off, unfortunately.
I'm gonna cry. My Wi-Fi problems took up all our time together. Like, I'm not even off of work until 6.
Well, that's 11. So, I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, buddy.
Please don't enter except for Cosmo, part of a stream. Okay.
Okay. Dragon? Oh, a dragon.
You guys are gonna need some backstory on this. So at the beginning of this playthrough, I had a Gronkle called Cupcake, and due to a server glitch, Cupcake disappeared. We actually don't know what happened. And I couldn't teleport Cupcake because Cupcake didn't have a name tag. So I couldn't teleport to see if she was still alive.
No.
We were really sad. I was really sad. Cupcake was like my favorite dragon.
Well, now you got a new one. Call it,
It's Cupcake the Third, because I tried breeding another Gronkle and then it died.
Wow, you're a f***ing irresponsible dragon.
It drowned itself, man. Thank you, Miracle. So I tamed Cupcake the Third gratefully. This was such a sweet gesture. Miracle, if you're watching this, thank you. I brought Cupcake to the reserve, which I finished the wall for off stream a bit before this. Here, I'm gonna set to wander. So Cupcake can wander freely here and roam with the rest of the dragons. I don't have every dragon on the reserve. I have a good chunk though. Like I have a Light Fury. This is my other main dragon. And then I have my little dragon piranha army. You guys ready to see my little piranha army? It's my sky piranha army. I just hatched a bunch at the start of this stream before we lagged out and tamed them all, and I still have to bring them to the reserve. I spent the rest of the stream working on the racecourse, which would wrap around and go over the top of the reserve. I even decided to make this tunnel section, using Hermes' nightlight abilities to terraform. Guys, stop flying through here. I'm genuinely blowing shit up. I don't want to kill your dragon.
They're not gonna die from one shot, it's fine.
I one-shotted a Natter.
Yeah, but Natters aren't the same.
Natters are 60 HP though. Night Furies are 70. There's not that much of a dip. How much did that do?
Literally nothing.
Okay, maybe it's because it's a player tamed dragon. Do you think this is wide and tall enough, or do you think it needs to be bigger still?
I feel like it might need to be a tiny bit taller.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little too small. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
It's fine.
My brain's
it's half a year
capacity
overdue anyway.
steadily going down.
It's good. That's my goal.
Yeah, good luck. Why did you do that? Dude, my dragons are trying to kill your dragon.
Can you tell them not to?
Yeah, don't worry, I flew out with them. I decorated the inside of the tunnel to look like an overgrown lush cave. I expected it to be a challenge to try to do— Jesus Christ, that was so loud. Soon enough, I was pretty much done with the tunnel and I needed to focus a bit more on the rest of the course. Ooh, this looks so neat. And then they're gonna come out here. And then we should probably have them, so they go up here, and then we should probably have them hit like a thing that's like probably here. We were nearing the end of the month and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss out on at least completing it or getting pretty close, even if we didn't wind up getting to race it. I think you just
mean?
smell.
I'm the mean one. Don't take my job,
Oh, you're
Cosmo.
meaner. You're meaner. You're just evil. That's different.
So what we're doing right now, chat, is we're currently getting together our army. So if you remember, we were working on getting an army of terrible terrors, and I fully intend on taking these guys to the end with me today. So in order to be able to do that, I have to make sure that I breed them so that in the case that we have a bunch of casualties, we will be fine. I'm home alone! I swear to God, you guys get me with that every time. Holy f— Oh, this is Ice's base. That's cool. And then we're gonna start issuing commands to only terrible terrors, because we'll leave Hephaestus up here. I brought my terrible terrors with me to go fight the Ender Dragon. Best to use dragons to fight the dragon, you know? Once we lit the portal, we threw in the customary sacrificial snow golem, and into the end we went. Unfortunately, Hermes disappeared when we went through the portal, but I had to focus on the fight first.
I'm gonna hit one of your dragons.
My army!
Dude, what the f is that?
My army!
They're not even doing anything.
They all just died. My army! I think we
Your
killed them.
dragons are killing me. I have to kill your dragon if it doesn't stop.
Oh, there are two terrible terrors still at the end portal. We're gonna go grab my other dragons, and I'm gonna see if I can fly around in the end and see if I can reach Hermes, because maybe Hermes is just falling down. I'm just gonna try to see if I can find my dragon. I flew all around the End Island, spamming the dragon flute to no avail. I even tried admin commands to locate him, but it seemed that we truly lost Hermes to the void, and I'm not gonna lie, I was actually really sad about it. Alright, well, I'm very sad to report that I think my dragon is gone. And with that, I ended off the dragon fight stream, leaving my Light Fury at the reserve. But we aren't done yet. Having a limit of 1 month puts us on a bit of a time crunch, and we didn't get to have the race we wanted, but I was determined to get somewhat close to finalizing my builds best I could before it was time to rotate the server. So next time I was on, I got to work. I threw down all of my remaining dragon eggs to hatch them, tamed the terrible terrors, and then flew the completed part of the dragon racecourse. This was amazing. It's one of my favorite builds that I've ever done, even to this day. But then I focused on terraforming and finishing it as best I could with the limited time left. I ended the rings around the dragon reserve, and then I made my way to this one well that I just never cleared when I did the terraforming earlier. I decided this would be the resting place for my gear and important things, and it was time to say goodbye to this world. The hardest thing about this server is feeling like you have all the time in the world only for it to be over so much sooner than you think. I'm grateful for the opportunities it's given me, the people I've been able to meet, and the experiences I've had. This specific world and pack have a very special place in my heart. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.